Come on, I know there's more than 3 people in here. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you to this beautiful person over here. I can't work this mic stand. What is this? What do I do? I got a GED. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. All right, cool. This is the hot mic stand. I'm going to invite my homie Samuel up here. Everybody say what's up to Samuel.
What's up, Sam?
Samuel! We're going to try something out. We've never done this before, I promise. I called him up today and I was like, yo, I'm going to do this piece. He's like, where at? And he's like, at this place. And he's like, I'm going to be there. And I was like, cool, let's do something together. So I'm going to do a spoken word poem. I usually don't apologize for my poems because, fuck it, they're mine. That is my mic going in and out. That's all good. It's all good. But these poems are works in progress. And I do realize that when you're talking about things like race and class and all that kind of stuff, it's more nuanced than just what one person could reflect on. So I'm not apologizing, I'm just saying that I do understand there's more to the story and I'm figuring it out. So anyways, this is a poem that I wrote when I worked at a community center in South Phoenix. Oh, hold on, let me get the pages right. That would be important, right? You want that? You're like, hold on, you started at page 2. All right, cool. There's not much laughter going on in here. Apparently you guys ain't drinking that much. It's Friday night. Guys, who's got to go to work tomorrow? Cool? All right, cool. Somebody over there is drinking. I don't even think she's paying attention to me, but that's cool. She's still beautiful. All right. She stands approximately 4 feet 2 inches tall. Her skin graciously kissed by the gods of the sun. Eyes black like moonless skies hovering over Sonoran deserts. Eyes holding in them stories of middle passage. Stories that can become conduits to compassion, but stories that are too often shoved into the margins of mainstream media. Overshadowed by picket sign protest. Melodic chants of go back to where you came from. Stories that will not make it in our history books. Stories that will not make it in our blockbuster summer showcases. Stories that rarely gaze through the proscenium windows of American theater because these are the stories of the hunted, not the hunter. Today marks a new beginning for this young woman in a community that has become the closest thing to a refuge for her family's journey north in search of the coveted dream conservative America so viciously protects, the dream that I myself often take for granted. ¿Qué son tus sueños? What are your dreams? I introduce myself and ask her name. She stands expressionlessly silent. I imagine this is a learned behavior from her travels. I don't take it personal. I understand first days can be intimidating, especially for children in new territories where native tongues aren't often met with open arms. I try again, but this time using an alternate angle, an angle that honestly makes me very insecure. You see, I am a poet, a wordsmith, who is not often lost for words, an MC who uses language to move the crowd, a poet I am proud to be. Language is my therapy, but I only fluently speak one. My gringo tongue always struggles to roll its R's, which leaves me frustrated and most times unwilling to step into new territories. But how can I, with integrity, promote the inclusion of all stories if I've only learned to listen to one? Hola, mi nombre es Tomas. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? The silence remains, but this time I watch a smile creep onto her face, that she quickly uses her hands to barricade as if she has been taught that laughter is against the law. I quickly smile back, letting her know that this is okay. We can laugh together, a universal language that needs no translations. How different are we really? ¿Qué son tus sueños? What are your dreams? How different are they from mine? Dime tu historia, tell me your story, and I will tell you mine, and together we can paint them across the globe, smearing our fingerprints until they become one. Dime tu historia, tell me your story. Dime tus sueños, tell me your dreams, and I will do my best to tell you mine. After Mike Brown's lifeless body laid in the street in Ferguson, Missouri, 4 months after the video of Eric Gardner being choked to death for not complying went viral. 2 years after Trayvon. 5 years after Oscar Grant. 6 years after Tarika Wilson. 8 years after Sean Bell. 15 years after Taisha Miller. The words, 12-year-old Tamir Rice, shot dead by police in a matter of seconds after brandishing a toy pistol at a park in the open carry state of Cleveland, Ohio, scrolled across my newsfeed as my 7-year-old stepson, Jose, sat at my feet, strategically setting up his G.I. Joes for battle, toy rifle strapped across his back. Jose, who we call Bubba, dreams of one day becoming a soldier. Some days, he says, he even wants to be a police officer, but for now, exists in the world of his imagination, playing war, unaware of the war lurking outside the walls of our home. A couple days after the news of Tamir Rice broke, I received a call from one of my mentors. He too, the father of a young brown boy. He said he had an idea. A community forum to discuss action items surrounding the recent uprise of police-involved shootings of unarmed brown boys. He said that he had made t-shirts with the battle cry of "I can't breathe" printed across the chest, and that he had one for me. My heart wanted to dive in solidarity. However, my mind couldn't help but to grapple with the irony of what this would physically represent. Because despite my passion to want to fight the power, despite my grandmother's Boricua blood running through my veins, despite the community that raised me giving birth to my urban accent, I am still aesthetically the representation of the hegemonic forces that have been waging wars in communities of color since the birth of this nation. The conflict is that I can breathe. This doesn't mean that I can't be an ally, but allyship takes responsibility. Allyship just isn't passively wearing a t-shirt, posting on your social media sites from the comfort of your home. Allyship is dangerous. Dangerous like being brown in America. This conflict left me momentarily paralyzed until Bubba, a beautiful young brown boy full of nothing but hope and promise, asked if he can go outside and play. The fear of him not returning tossed in the pit of my stomach. I thought of the families of those that lost. I thought of my internal conflict and the impact of my silence. Then I thought of my responsibility. I'm not naive enough to believe that a poem will change the world, but I do believe in the power of words to ignite first steps. So I wrote this poem for all the parents who anxiously wait for their children to return every day. For those searching for their place in the movement, for those hiding in the shadows of their privilege, too afraid to speak up. I wrote this poem for us, because I'm finding it harder and harder to stand by silent when bullets keep finding homes in the bodies of young black men and women who will never find their way home again. When those bullets are paid for by tax dollars with the intent to serve and protect. When life is choked over petty crimes. When privilege defends a system that was only designed to defend those with privilege. When Jim Crow is spoke of in the past tense. When those who don't even know what Jim Crow was swear we live in a post-racial society. When society cares more about Black Friday than black lives. When tears fall like raindrops down windshields on the cheeks of black mothers at press conferences asking for peace. When black fathers have to explain to their black sons while so many black sons will never see the sun again. When will it stop? When will we unite? Standing side by side, fighting together. When will it stop? When will we unite? Standing side by side, fighting together. When will it stop? This just in. Unarmed African-American man in Phoenix, Arizona, shot dead by police after mistaking a pill bottle for a pistol. He is survived by his 4 children and wife. When will it stop? Thank you.